Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing another re-unboxing of a figure I already own. This is the Mandalorian and the Child. A look inside, we will do some posing at the end. We'll go through the accessories, etc. So, this is the box. If we lift the lid off, you get some more concept art underneath. Allow me just to bring it back into alignment. There we go. Taking off the concept art, just to give you a closer look. We are now inside. Right, on top we have some accessories. I haven't had them displayed, but there are the fire effects from his wrists. We have got obviously more hand pieces, I believe some form of a melee weapon maybe, the pistol, some accessories, etc. Yeah. And I believe a grapple, but we'll get them out later. Underneath we have the Mandalorian himself, and then underneath that we have the base stand, the flight pole, obviously the grabber, his jetpack. Alright, so we have his rifle, the child, the Mandalorian, and whatever that is. These are just extra joint pegs for the arms, etc. Right. First things first, when I first got him, I did notice, now this might be universal, this might be on all of them, but I did notice on mine there was a slight tear in the fabric. Now whether that could be just a universal tear, maybe there is a tear in his outfit, but I doubt it. I didn't send mine back personally, I just kept it, but it could have been caused by anything. Any accessories on the back, it could have been just ripped as I pulled him out, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, if anybody else owns him and it's not like that, let me know. Just put it in the comments section. But yeah, this is the Mandalorian. We'll start at the head. No face sculpt, but then again, you don't actually see his face apart from I think one episode. But yeah, well, the back is very simple. Obviously a nice draped cape, nice fabric. I was going to say utility belt, but you could say it's a utility belt. His armour, no symbol printed on the plating. Obviously before that moment in the series. Spoiler alert, of course. I won't go into the details. The armour plating is quite simple, however there is one that's been weathered and has damage, which is cool. Adds a bit more character. As you can see in the accessories pack, multiple different hands, etc. He's still got his hand set to hold the pistol. Should we get the arms out of the way? Oh, there goes the one hand. Let's put that down. Obviously his, I guess, gauntlet on the side for the rockets, flamethrower, etc. But what I wanted to try and get to, but unfortunately I don't want to break him. I did want to give you a full rotation of the utility belt, so let's just wrap that around his head. Buckle at the front, forgive me with the arm. Holster for the pistol, I wonder if that can actually go in there. And then on the back there is a couple of straps, I think, to hold the rifle in place. With all the accessories around them. But yeah, we'll get this guy in the light box, I will put him back together, we'll get some accessories out, take a closer look at them. Before we move on to the accessories, a quick look at the child. Now I can put him on the turntable as well and give him a spin. A lot of people are disappointed this wasn't fabric, and I can understand it is just a plastic, though it wouldn't take much to make your own, to be fair. All you need is really to cover him from the top, don't you? But you would need something really thin to lay over the top there. Almost to cushion his head in, really. He'd have to slide in underneath the ears there to go all the way around. Doable. Something I'm not gonna personally do, but it's an option. We will next take a look at the rifle. Now let's start with the strap. This does have a small catch on it there that pins into the Mandalorian's body, so it can be actually attached to him. But yeah, we'll start with the stock, shall we? Nice curved stock, I won't lie. If I personally have a firearms license, so of course we do have multiple rifles, and even though there's no padding there, no rubber padding, it is got a nice curve to it. You'd put your shoulder into that, wouldn't you? Like more if you were holding a shotgun than an actual sort of target rifle, but it don't matter. But yeah, it's a nice one. I imagine the scope is just plastic mould in it. It's got no it's got no like transparent tubing, if you like, a secondary tube inside. So yeah. Some extra paintwork has been done to the end of the barrel of the gun. I imagine they're going for the idea that it's been fired and it's just heat that's been absorbed and discoloured the end. It's not going to go in focus, is it? There we go. But yeah, a nice accessory to have his rifle. To the accessories. Right, let's pop this open, shall we? Okay, we'll start with the fire. I won't pop them all out, as you can see, there is different ones. There is the jetpack at the back there. I imagine the two of them can go in the base of the jetpack. We'll have to give that a go. There's the grapple, as we were saying. I am sure is this a melee weapon? Or is it just an accessory? You know what, actually, I think, does that come out of the gauntlet? I think it does, doesn't it? But yes, one knife, multiple different hands. The stone, what they use for currency, I believe it's melted down and turned into armour. It's got the little sigil, and it actually does have some other markings on it. Don't know whether you'd consider it weathering, but yeah. It's a nice piece. In the series, like I say, they melt it down and turn it into armour. You got the pistol, which I have had him on display with, so you will have seen this a few times. Another little nice addition. I'd assume that's meant to be an extra nozzle on the end there, but maybe not. I was about to say no trigger, but there is tiny in there. There is a tiny one right at the back. So yeah, cool. Let's put that back in. I think locator beacon or a little radio. Not sure what that is. We could take a look. Is it just another grapple or is it a necklace? Yeah, I think it's a necklace, isn't it? Is it it's the sigil, or it's a it's the sigil above the Mandalorian's guild when he's walking into the smiths to get his armour done. We'll move on and address the other armour piece in the packet. Armour padding or armour piece for the shoulder. There we go. That's what it is. So if you wanted to replace that with that, his sigil that he gets later on in the series. So yeah, if you were to want to swap them out, you have the option. Don't know how they go on, to be fair. I don't know if they've got magnets. No, you know what, I can feel it with my thumb. They are Velcro. Okay. Let's go with the base stand, shall we? The Star Wars The Mandalorian. So yeah, it doesn't say the child actually on the base. I've just noticed that for the first time. Just the Mandalorian. But then again, I have the child sitting at the front. I guess he could sit at the back somewhere. but I guess it is just built for him to stand on. But yeah, another sand base, just like I was about to say Gwen, not Gwen, like Ray. It's quite simple, honestly, but yeah, it's just a display base, isn't it? You could make your own. That is just the rod to have him pinned. That is just the grabber. So let's move on to the more interesting part of the jetpack. Now I believe this is either Velcro or magnetic. I believe there's a magnet in there, and this will just stick to the back. I mean, there is only one way to find out. Let's grab him. Right. Yeah, magnet. I can feel the pull. That's quite cool. And I'm not sure how you'd remove the cape. Now I imagine if you removed the helmet and all the armour pieces, they are stuck on with Velcro. If you remove them all, I imagine you could then remove the cape. Now the child does have a name. I won't use him just to not spoil it for other people. We will take a quick look at him. I'll put him on the rotating table, give him a spin round. It is a shame this isn't cloth, but he still looks good from a distance. I have him standing normally below the Mandalorian, just on the sand base. Yeah. But he is, in all honesty, quite simple. It's just that. Now, I will admit off the bat, this guy was hard to pose and also to capture him in the lightbox. He's quite a tall figure, especially when you put him on top of the turntable. So I hope you do enjoy. I did my best to try and capture him as well as I could. Another thing, without his stand, he was wobbling a little bit back and forth. I tried to balance him as perfectly as I could, and because of his outfit, whether it's the armour or just the fabric it's been made of, he has been extremely difficult and challenging to pose. I don't want to push him to his limits, obviously, so I hope you just enjoy the close-up shots I've taken. I did, of course, equip his jetpack, put the flames in there, do a lifting pose, but it's not one I plan to keep him in. I'll most likely still keep him in a standing pose, just patrolling or on guard or just standing his ground, something along those lines. I have to admit, the jetpack does look cool with the flames coming out of it. It is an awesome piece if you do want to use it and if you do want him elevated above the ground. Now this next shot, I went with a still shot, the same pose. I'm just going to let it scroll from top to bottom, as it was a lot more narrower, but at least I was able to get him all in one shot. Now it might be boring, but it's a simple pose and one that's easy to, I guess, capture, and that is him standing straight up and down on his stand with the child below him. I've got him holding his pistol slightly different this time round, as if he's, well, not examining it as such, but maybe possibly about to clean it or something along those lines. So he's holding it with both hands instead, and I've got his helmet adjusted so he's looking down. Another cool little tweak is the cape. I've got it draped over the support on the back. Instead of it grabbing the Mandalorian around the waist, I'm using it to make it just appear that the wind has captured the side of the cape and is just taking it up in the air a little bit. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. Like I said, I wasn't able to get many poses out of this guy. I will keep trying, and if I manage to do anything cool, I'll upload a new video. I apologise if this video seems a bit run down. I haven't been that well. I've not felt too great the last couple of days. So yeah, if you've got this far, thanks for sticking with me. I did receive an email earlier this week letting me know that my figure of Ellie has been dispatched and is on the way, so that hopefully will arrive next week sometime. As soon as it does, I'll do an unboxing, and yeah, hopefully do some cool poses and put a lot of the accessories to good use. I'll also throw Joel and the clicker into the same video for the poses only. You can already check out the unboxing for both of them. And other than that, maybe some display action or some Talking Last of Us content will come. It will be based on how I feel. But anyway, until next time, take care guys. Thank you.